Vario stick here. Boy, it's a hot day today. So what are we going to do? Well, I thought we'd make some lemon and lime cordial. A lot of people call it traditional lemonade with a bit of lime in it, but lemonade to me sounds like something you get out of a bottle. This is a much more refreshing drink, something that's really easy to make, very simple recipe, and you can drink it with lemonade, you can drink it with still water, fizzy water. Mrs. Stick even tells me it tastes rather nice with a drop of gin. So today we'll be making some cordial, lemon and lime cordial, just right for one of those really hot days. So what have we got here then? We've got a sieve to get out all the old pips and dead scorpions. That'll come into its own a little bit later on. We've got a pan here, a little bit of water and 100 grams of sugar. Don't worry too much about the quantities and the amounts. I'll publish that on my Facebook page. That's at VarioStick, 2 words, at VarioStick, so you can get all the ingredients and the method there. We've got a knife, potato peeler because we've got to get the zest off the lime and the lemons. It doesn't have to be too neat and tidy because it's all going to get sifted out before we actually put it in the fridge. But if you've got, you know, a zester, you can use that. I just use this, it's very simple. We've got 4 lemons, 1 lime and a jug should we need it. Nothing more than that. Really, really simple. First thing we've got to do is get the zest off the lemons and the lime. What I've managed to do now, using the peeler, just taking the pith off the, sorry, not the pith, the zest off the lemons, off the lime, straight into the water. Don't waste any of this. It's all good stuff. Don't forget, I mentioned earlier on about our new VarioStick Facebook page. So go onto Facebook, at VarioStick, and you can catch up on all the latest things, all the latest stuff that we do. Also a few previews, suggestions from people, all kinds of things. So please like the page. It's important that we know people are supporting us and people are out there watching us. It's the same as if you watch our YouTube channel. Please press subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, it takes a second, but it just helps support me and make sure that what I'm doing is what people want to see. Okay, we've removed all the zest from the lime and the 4 lemons, and it's now in here with the sugar and a little bit of water. That's what's going to make the drink itself. So that's the juicing done. The lemons and the lime are all now in this, along with the sugar. So you've got quite a strong mix there. It's very important to remember that this is a cordial. It is not a drink in itself that you can just pour out and use it. We're way too strong. It's a bit like the cordials or the concentrates you buy at the supermarket. We're going to warm this through now, just get it simmering at the edges, get that sugar dissolved, make sure it's all stirred together. Let it steep. Then we're going to put it in the fridge. Then we're going to sieve it again into bottles, and that cordial then is what's going to make your drink, and you're going to dilute it. I'll show you about that in a minute, because this is pretty strong, pretty potent stuff, and you don't want to be drinking it straight out of the bottle. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to just put some heat under that. We're going to stir this lovely mixture. Get that sugar going in the bottom of the pan there. Nice and simple. We're just going to bring it up just to the boil, nothing more than that. And then when that occurs, we're going to put the lid on and we're going to leave it to cool down for a while. When it's cool, you can stick it in the fridge if you want, but it must be nice and cool so you can handle it, because the next operation will be to sieve out all of this rind and the pips and anything else that fell in there and put it in the bottles, so you don't want it burning hot for that. So I can already feel in the bottom of the pan that the sugar's dissolved. I always prefer bringing it to the boil. I think it just helps all of this rind, all of this, keep calling it rind, all of this zest to really give out its lovely oils and its fragrance and its taste. Beautiful. Cool, I can smell it now. It really smells very, very nice indeed. So we just watch for that at the corner of the pan here. Just wait for that boil to start. Doesn't need to be any more technical than that. And this is water with quite a bit of sugar in it, by the way, so when it does boil, you don't want to splash it on you because it can be quite nasty. Anybody who makes jams will probably know about that. Yeah, and then we're going to let it cool, and then we're going to sieve all of this out, and we're going to bottle it up. Very, very nice. I've often thought about, instead of using the fruit, fennel. I like the taste of licorice, and fennel grows wild around here really. If you've got a couple of big handfuls of fennel and use the same recipe, in other words the sugar and the water, just got the fennel going, brewed it a bit like a tea I suppose, you'd have quite a potent licorice drink, which might be nice with other alcoholic drinks I guess, but I think would be nice again served with ice, chilled straight out of the fridge. If anybody's tried the fennel drink, then leave a comment in the box below and we'll give it a go, or I might just try and give it an experiment. The thing is, these recipes are so quick and simple that you know, you can afford to mess around, you can afford to try different things, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's not like 4 or 5 hours baking a cake. You want that to be right first time. Something like this, nah, you can afford to play around with it every day for 2 or 3 days till you get it right. So fennel might be a runner, and I've already tried the one with mint, the non-alcoholic mint julep. Not a favourite of mine. I'm not a great lover of mint. Mrs. Sticky, she quite enjoyed that, but you can try it, as I say, with oranges, just with lemons, oranges and lime. Give it a go, see what you think. I don't know if you can see that now on the camera, it's just starting to bubble at the edges of the pan there. I really don't want to take it any further than that. That for me is enough. I'm going to take it off the heat right now, and I'm going to let it cool. So see you in a while when it's all cooled off. Okay, so on to the final stage now. The base here, the liquid itself, has had time to cool down, and all the goodness, all the juices and the aromas and everything have seeped through. So we're going to sieve it all out into another pan and get out all the rind, the pips, the zest, dead scorpions and bats and anything else that's managed to fall in there. Kind of a bit of a rinse. There we go. That's it. Give that a bit of a whirl around, make sure we get all the stuff out of it. I wish you could smell this, it's really nice. So that'll do. All that now remains is to gently put it into one of these bottles by way of a funnel. I'll go and get my ladle. Okay, so we've got the juice and we've got the funnel. Now we just load it in here very gently. Take our time, getting all the juice into there. Like I mentioned earlier on, this stuff is uber concentrated, so you might not know like you've got a lot here, but trust me, that you don't need a lot. Once you've got this buttoned up, then put it in the fridge. I'd leave it at least 24 hours, but it really doesn't matter. Okay, so we've got it all sieved, bottled up and in the fridge. I should be drinking that tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. In the meantime, in the best blue pizza decisions, this is what I made earlier. I mentioned earlier that it's pretty strong stuff actually, so you don't need an awful lot of it. In a glass, Just a little bit like that really, that's enough for me. Beauty of things like this, of course, if it's not strong enough you can put some more in. If it's too strong for you, put more water in. I prefer mine with a little bit of lemonade that you just buy from the shop, nice and fizzy, ice cold out the fridge. But you can have this with soda water, tonic, a little bit bitter for me along with the lemons, fizzy water, just standard water, anything like that. As I say, Mrs. Stick quite likes this with a little bit of gin. She thinks that's quite nice. If you're making limoncello, like Mrs. Stick does, make sure you don't get this mixed up with her limoncello because it looks exactly the same. But this is non-alcoholic and her limoncello certainly is alcoholic. So, it's just what you need when it's 40 degrees outside, which it is today. Something nice and cold out the fridge, something refreshing, really simple to make. Give it a go! You can put more sugar in next time, put less sugar in, serve it with lemonade, whatever you want, whatever your drink is. Chin chin! Oh, that's nice. When it's 40 degrees, it's just what you want. So, from my lemon and lime cordial, with a little bit of lemonade, on a very hot day in southern Abruzzo, I'll say, chin chin, and ciao ciao for now. Cool, that's good.